Hello, this is Keith. I'm with EveningShadowsTarot.com. If you would like a private reading, personal reading on a moving background, uh, filmed and the link sent to you, please visit my website. To click into my website, just go below this and you'll find the link for EveningShadowsTarot.com, and it'll tell you the price. You can pay by PayPal. One of the things that we're doing a series right now, I've been asked by my guides, believe it or not, they suggested that I come up with different ideas from different people about how to survive the coming times, and they're going to get rough, I'm afraid. Now, if you're very wealthy, perhaps it won't touch you, but many of us are not very wealthy, and we're going to have to cut corners. One of the things is, if you have a home or a larger home, you might think of either renting that home out if it's paid for to bring in extra income, or selling it and using the money to move into a smaller home. Now, the small homes right now, tiny houses as they call them, are very popular. But I've noticed that some of them are at $35,000, $45,000, $50,000. You're getting right back up there into more expense of heating and everything, and they are small. So what some people are doing, they're looking for used RVs, and an RV without an engine, just a trailer like a fifth wheeler, or now it'll have a step in it, usually a fifth wheeler, or just a regular trailer. And don't get think about getting a smaller one that doesn't take up as much space. I'm thinking about one, maybe 25 foot long, one bedroom if you live alone, or if it's a couple. The thing is that you don't have the expense of utilities, as much utilities. And boy, when you get a smaller house to heat and cool, it certainly brings the price down. This was suggested by the friend that he spent between $5,000 and $7,000, and he found a used, and I think it was a 2002 RV in good shape. And he went in and painted the inside. He had help painting it, and painted all the wood white, and then he did it also did the gray color, put a different floor down, cost him a little bit of money, not a whole lot of money, and it looked like a brand new one. The thing is, you want to cut down your expenses on utilities. Utilities are only going to go up. So think about this. You can fix them up and they look very nice. If you possibly can afford a lot that will allow you to put an RV on it. Not all lots will allow that, but get the lot, try to own that, own your house without bills, own your RV without bills. And let's see what else is suggested, and we'll go along. I know that it is a shock to some people of thinking of moving out of a large house into something small, but the taxes will be less, utilities will be just a small fraction of what they are in a large home. I'll give you an idea. I don't have a large home, just a medium-sized home, 1,600 square feet, and my electric bill is very high. It's my electric bill in the summer is over $200. So just think, if you cut those prices down, if you don't rent a lot, you can just get your lot. But let's see what the cards have to tell you. And I've shuffled these cards, and then I go down and put several underneath, and so it's a double shuffle, and bring up a card and see what it suggests. This one is Temperance, and it means don't overdo it. The thing that a lot of people get in is start looking at these RVs, and they like them so well. Think about how much easier it would be and how less expensive. And they get a large one, and then your bills are so high that you haven't saved a whole lot of money. So you want to think about saving that money. Let's see what else it says. The next one is watch your money grow. In other words, folks, we're in for some rough times. And if you're wealthy, you may not be in for rough times. But there are many of us that aren't, and we need to make that move now by thinking about selling your house maybe, and moving to something smaller like an RV is a smart thing to do right now. Let's see what the next card is. These are canes, and they're going through the air, wands, and they will have ideas. Start thinking about this. Start watching some watch some videos on RVs and fixing them up, and see if you don't agree that might be something you can consider. I know it's not for everyone. The next one is money will accumulate, and you can maybe live on what you get from Social Security if you're older. If you're a younger family and you have children, you might think about a smaller one, maybe a medium-sized one, anything to cut down the expense and to get things paid for. The next is a page, and it's of cups. And it says you're going to have to look at it and kind of laugh about doing the practical thing, because if you just dwell on being vain and having to have the best of everything, and you couldn't possibly do that, folks, there's going to be people homeless, lots and lots more people than we have now. And you don't want to be one of them. The next one is the Knight of Wands, and he's rushing into these things, get practical. The next one is, these are the cups, and it is the Seven of Cups, and you'll notice you have lots of choices. Start just figuring out what it would cost. You want to own your lot. If you rent a lot, the expenses is going to be in there. And just think if you just had utilities and low property tax, and you can still be in a nice neighborhood. You can be, you can even be at the edge of town and have a little bit of a country living. That it can be safe, and we've got to get practical, folks. The next one is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is the Pope. In other words, he's thinking, get practical, folks. Don't be embarrassed to think of what people are going to say about you. Before it's over, I guarantee you, when you've done the practical things, everybody's going to wish they had. The next is the world, and what this is telling us is the whole world is going to be experiencing this inflation. If you'll notice, grocery stores, even Walmart's, some of the shelves are already starting to become empty. So think about that. This is going to affect everyone, and we can't be vain and think we have to have everything. We're going to have to get practical, and a home might be a place to start. Think about it, just dream about it, and see if this might be for you. The next one is 9 in swords, and this shows waking up in the middle of the night, being afraid. Waking up in the middle of the night and feeling stress. And I tell you, I have been waking up at 3 in the morning and going over things that I can do to help people and to make suggestions for myself too, and for hopefully for everyone that views my website. And we have one more card to pick. Let's pick this one right. Well, let's pick this one right here. See what it tells us. Okay, this one shows these boys, and they're using their wands and they're cracking around, but it's saying use your energy to help. Now, we probably need to talk a little bit about this. I'm from Texas, and I know that I have always thought of getting more and more and more throughout my life. Now I'm at a stage in my life where being practical is the most important thing. Survival is the most important thing. And I can guarantee you, folks, it's going to get rough. And people that have had homes, they're at a point now where they're putting them out of the homes, out of their apartments. And if they have a little bit of money saved up, they might think about buying a lot and an RV. And be practical on that RV. It can be attractive, but compact and easy to heat and cool. You want to bring everything down, your insurance down. You want to bring your house insurance down. You want to bring your property taxes down. And you want to bring your utilities down. And then the main thing you'll have to worry about is food. So folks, I wish you would consider this. I know it isn't for everybody. And the people who have a lot of money and have a home and have gold and silver put back probably will ride this out and not feel the wave. But there are many of us, and that's the majority of us, don't have that kind of money. Very few have that kind of money. So think about being practical. And I'm not trying to talk you into buying an RV. I'm saying this is one of the possibilities. Which would you rather have? Money, $5,000 or $7,000 invested in an RV, a used RV, and or would you rather think about having a tiny home? And I'm telling you, they're getting up to, as I said, anywhere from, well, I think I've seen some for $25,000 and some up to $50,000 or more. And really, they're nice little homes, and I'm not putting them down. I'm saying that try to cut down. That's the main thing. Folks, I am new at this, and I'm trying to help people. And if I would like for you to subscribe, and also to click that little bell, and where it will remind you when I put out new ones, and new clips. I tried to do several. I did 4 yesterday, and I'm trying to do 4 today. I'm trying to get as much information as I can out there. If you have comments below of things that might suggest for people, it doesn't have to be an RV. This is just one idea, and it's an idea I have certainly considered, and I notice more and more people are moving that direction. So folks, take it into consideration. It's just one piece of information. We'll start doing some serious thinking. This is right around the corner and can happen any time. And we won't, if you don't need a big house, you don't have use for it, you might think about sizing down. It's something that's easy to jump over financially. I hope I've helped you, and please watch my channel and subscribe to it, and go to Evening Shadows Tarot and bring that website up, and it'll show you all the different ones that I've done. I think I've done 18 so far. So I hope this will help you, and I thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.